All right, guys. So in this video, it's not financial advice at all. Okay, it's not. None of my videos is financial advice. Okay, I'm obviously clearly not a financial advisor. Okay, I feel like I always gotta remind you guys that. Okay, so always do your own research. Always. Okay, this is just coming from my own personal opinion, right? So yes, guys, in this video, you guys can read by the title, okay, what I'm going to be talking about. And if you guys have in fact been following me on my YouTube channel, and if you guys are in fact OG viewers and subscribers, right, if you guys have been watching my videos from day one, which was like about 9 to 10 months ago, it's been almost a year now, which is absolutely crazy. Then you guys would know that I've been literally begging you guys from ever since day one. I've been literally begging you guys to accumulate one full Bitcoin, just one Bitcoin. Okay, I've been literally begging you guys, okay, to accumulate one full Bitcoin, to buy one Bitcoin, okay, and to own one full Bitcoin, because this one Bitcoin, guys, can in fact change your life forever. I wouldn't say forever, but it will in fact change your life. Okay, so in this video, okay, I want to remind you guys that, okay, especially it's going to be really important now, especially because of how much Bitcoin has dropped. We know Bitcoin has dropped, over 70%, which is significant, right? From Bitcoin's previous all-time high, which was back, last November in 2021, okay, when Bitcoin was at like $68,000, almost at 70K, right? And now, Bitcoin is currently at about $16,000. So obviously Bitcoin has dropped significantly, right? From its previous all-time highs to where it is now, Bitcoin has dropped a lot, over 70%. Okay, so Bitcoin has obviously dropped a lot, right? Same with Ethereum. Ethereum has dropped way more than Bitcoin. And, of course, other altcoins. I don't even need to talk about that, right? A lot of altcoins right now, guys, are literally dirt cheap. The entire cryptocurrency market has dropped a lot. But you guys have to understand, the whole economy is just not looking too good. And that's why these markets are, in fact, dropping, right? Including the stock market, for an example, right? So you can't just think, Bitcoin and crypto is dropping. They're bad assets to invest in. And it's a scam and whatnot, right? It's not, guys, right? I still believe cryptocurrency is in fact the future. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, definitely check it out. But you guys know in general that I am always bullish with Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? I really am. I'm always bullish, guys. Okay. So yes, guys, in this video, I want to talk about why you guys should own one full Bitcoin, why I think this one Bitcoin will in fact change your life. Now, listen, it's going to be really important because of how much, like I said, Bitcoin has dropped for the past, over a year now. Okay. Bitcoin has dropped a lot, right? A couple months ago, I was literally telling you guys to, buy Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin was at like, $30,000, $20,000, and now Bitcoin is lower than 20K. Now Bitcoin is currently at $16,000 as I'm filming this video right now. Okay, and obviously buying one Bitcoin at $16,000, yes, guys, that's not cheap. $16,000, right? That's obviously a lot of money. That's like pretty much buying a new car. You know what I mean? Like literally. Okay, you can literally buy a new car with $16,000. I understand that, right? Bitcoin is still not cheap. It was cheap 10 years ago when Bitcoin was, a couple of dollars. But right now, guys, yes, things have obviously changed. Bitcoin is at, thousands of dollars now. Okay, at one point, yes, it was at tens and thousands of dollars, but, of how much it dropped recently, right? But what I'm trying to say here is, guys, this is literally your easiest opportunity right now to accumulate one full Bitcoin because of how much Bitcoin has dropped. Right? Think about it, guys. $16,000 for one Bitcoin. I know, like I said, $16,000 is a lot of money for most of you. For me, that's a lot of money, right? It really is. I'm not saying $16,000 is not a lot of money. That's obviously a lot of money. But imagine, guys, buying one Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 20K, when Bitcoin was at 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K, right? And that's when, guys, a lot of FOMO did in fact go in. A lot of people did in fact have FOMO because of how much Bitcoin was in fact pumping back in 2021 when we were in fact in the bull market, right? Bitcoin was obviously pumping like crazy, reached 2 new all-time highs. Ethereum, right, was absolutely pumping as well. Same with other altcoins. The entire cryptocurrency market last year in 2021 was in fact pumping like crazy. That's because we were in fact in a bull market, right? Now, obviously, things have changed. Okay, we are obviously in a bear market. There's different cycles, guys. A bull market in a bear market. Right now, we're obviously in a bear market, right? So imagine, guys, listen to this. Imagine buying one Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 30K, 40K, right? Yes, it's high. Buying Bitcoin at 30 to 40K, that's like putting a deposit into a house. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money. Now, Bitcoin has dropped down to $16,000. This is literally the easiest option right now to buy Bitcoin. You guys have to understand, Bitcoin is near its bottom right now. Okay, like this is not the official bottom. You guys know that. I've been telling us this many times. Okay, I do in fact see Bitcoin dropping to about $12,000 to $10,000, maybe even potentially lower than 10K in the next few months. I'm talking short term time period, right? I'm talking short term here. Okay, maybe in the next 6 months, I see Bitcoin dropping to about $10,000, maybe even potentially lower than that. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video talking about why I believe Bitcoin dropping, why I believe Bitcoin is dropping to $8,000. Okay, but I think $12,000 to $10,000. I think that's going to be like the bottom for Bitcoin. Yes, potentially Bitcoin can drop lower than 10K. Okay, it's possible at this point. But this is not the bottom, guys. What we are seeing right now for Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin for the past few weeks, it really hasn't really been moving, right? It's been going pumping back up, and then we'll just go back down, right? And it's just been consolidating most of the time, right? So for the past few weeks, guys, for the past month, I should say, Bitcoin really has not been performing too well at all. It's just been consolidating. It's been sort of boring at this point, right? But sometime soon, guys, Bitcoin has to drop. Okay, there's no way in hell, guys, Bitcoin's gonna absolutely skyrocket and gonna run back up to the bull market, right? That's not gonna happen anytime soon. You guys have to understand, the Bitcoin halving is gonna happen in the year 2024, sometime in 2024. I think it's gonna be like mid 2024, so maybe like May or June, somewhere around there. I think it's gonna happen in May. And once the Bitcoin halving does in fact happen, we're gonna see Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket, and of course altcoins, right? Just in general, the crypto market's gonna pump. Okay, and that's when, guys, we will in fact be in a bull run, and we will in fact be in the bull market once that does in fact happen. Okay, so I really do believe, guys, the next bull market's gonna happen in the year 2024 to 2025. I think that's when, guys, we will in fact be in the next bull market, right? So be excited for that. But guys, listen, one Bitcoin, that's it, just one Bitcoin. I want you guys to own one full Bitcoin, and you guys may be thinking why, or asking yourselves why. I've told you guys this many times that I do in fact see one full Bitcoin, right, long term, going for about hundreds and thousands of dollars, 500K to $1 million, even millions of dollars per Bitcoin. You guys may think I am crazy. Okay, I understand that. I read the comments. You guys are saying that I'm crazy, but I'm being transparent with you guys, and obviously, clearly, this is obviously 100% just my own personal opinion. Okay, on my price prediction for Bitcoin in the next few years and decades. I do in fact see one Bitcoin, okay, going for about 500K to $1 million to literally millions of dollars. I'm talking 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, 12 million, 15 million, and so on for one Bitcoin. Guys, I know you guys want to make life-changing money. I know that, right? Look, listen. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not financial advice, okay, at all. You guys should obviously clearly do your own research, okay? But I'm telling us this right now, one Bitcoin is going to 100% go for $1 million. Let's just start with that, $1 million. I think personally, here's my price prediction now for Bitcoin in the next 10 years. I reckon it's going to reach, $1 million. 100%, maybe even less than 8 years from now. So, the year 2030, we will in fact see Bitcoin at $1 million, potentially. I'm being dead serious, guys. At one point, literally 10 years ago, Bitcoin was literally at a couple dollars. Literally just a couple dollars, okay? Literally a couple dollars. It was less than $100. And now, 10 years later, Bitcoin at one point was in fact almost at $100,000 per Bitcoin. Think about it, right? And you guys have to think about this. The supply for Bitcoin is really, really, really low, right? There's only 21 million Bitcoins to ever exist. Okay, that's the supply limit for Bitcoin, 21 million. We all know that. And obviously, I want to say about 3 to 4 million Bitcoins are literally lost forever. Maybe people back in this early stages for Bitcoin, accumulate and bought Bitcoin, thousands of it, right? And they put it into a little ledger or a cold wallet. Maybe they don't have access to it anymore because maybe they forgot their password, right? And you guys have to understand, in the next few years, more Bitcoins will in fact be lost. So obviously the supply, guys, is going to go lower and lower and lower. And obviously the demand will in fact rise. Okay, so the price is going to rise over time, guys. You guys have to understand that. Okay, Bitcoin is really scarce. Okay, it really is, guys. Okay, so I just believe in Bitcoin, right? I believe Bitcoin is going to reach $1 million per Bitcoin easily. That's easily going to happen in the next decade, in the next 10 years. I think that's going to happen long term. Okay, but you know, we always got to start small. Okay, so in the next bull market, guys, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching $100,000 per Bitcoin, and I see it reaching even higher. It's going to go up to 120K, 150K even, you know what I mean? But time will tell. But I'm just really excited for Bitcoin, okay? And I know for a fact you guys out there want to make money with crypto. You guys want to, you know, make life-changing money. You guys want to have freedom in life, okay? You want to make some type of money. I'm telling you guys this right now, if you just hold one Bitcoin for the next 10 years, you just hold it, okay? You store it into a little cold wallet or a little ledger. You just hold that one Bitcoin and forget about it. In the next 10 years, you're going to be a millionaire. That's all I'm going to say. This is not financial advice, guys. Always do your own research. Please understand that. So, that being said, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Are you guys investing into Bitcoin? How many Bitcoins have you guys owned? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. And on that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really will appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.